Hello, and welcome to another vlog. Some of you may have noticed that I haven't been as active on my YouTube channel over the last couple of weeks. For those of you who don't know why, the reason is that on March 2nd, I had a small stroke. Now, I realize that might be difficult for some of you to hear, so I thought I'd spend a few minutes sharing my story and explaining exactly what happened. So, my symptoms started on Friday night. I began to feel a little confused and started to slur some of my words, but I just chalked it up to anxieties. I went to bed with a bit of a headache, and in the morning I had to take a Tylenol. But after a while, my symptoms began to subside, and I began to feel a bit more like myself for a little while. Then on Saturday night, shortly after I finished taking my shower, my symptoms returned. I began slurring my words again, and the entire right side of my body went numb. So this happened right around supper time, and my parents rushed me to the hospital in the middle of a snowstorm, I might add. And they took me to the emergency room, and the nurse in charge checked my vitals, and then they put me on a gurney and sent me in for a blood test and a CT scan. And then I spent the rest of the evening in the emergency ward being monitored, during which time my heart rate and my blood pressure were quite elevated, but they gave me an aspirin, and after a while, my symptoms began to subside and I began to feel much better. And then in the morning, the doctors came and explained to us what they thought had happened. They said that I most likely had a stroke caused by a blood clot which formed in my heart because my heart functions at such a low level, and that the blood clot broke off and went up into my brain and caused a small stroke. But the CT scan hadn't picked up anything, so they would have to do some more tests. So later that day, they admitted me to the hospital so that they would be able to monitor me until they could get me some extra tests. And then on Monday, they sent me for an echocardiogram. They wanted to check my heart function and make sure that there were no other blood clots, and fortunately, the test didn't pick up anything out of the ordinary, so that was good. And then on Tuesday, they sent me to the Valley Regional Hospital in Kentville, where I got an MRI. Now, for those of you who haven't had an MRI, basically what they do is they'll put you on a table and they'll slide you into this very narrow, very cramped tube, and the machine will do its thing. It's very loud. In my case, the test took about 15 minutes, and then they took me out and they sent me on my way. And so we went back to the South Shore Regional Hospital in Bridgewater, which is where I was staying. And then on Wednesday morning, the doctors came and said that they did receive the results of the MRI and that it had shown that their diagnosis was correct and that I had had a stroke caused by a blood clot. So they put me on a special blood thinner called a NOAC, which stands for Nova Oral Anticoagulant, which I'm told will prevent any future strokes. So that is a good thing. And then on Thursday, they sent me home. So as you can see, I am home now and I do feel a lot better. I do have a little bit of pain and weakness in my left arm, right arm still, and my head is a little fuzzy, as you can see. And I am still slurring my words a little bit, but you probably can't really notice it that much. Anyway, I'm going to be taking it easy for the next few weeks and focusing mostly on my recovery, so I won't be posting many videos over the next few weeks, but I will definitely keep you up to date on my recovery, and then once I'm feeling better, I will go back to the old upload schedule. So you do have that to look forward to. Anyway, I think it's not good that I had the stroke, but it is good that it was just a small one, and that I am starting to feel better, and that the drug that I'm on will prevent any future strokes. And I just thought, you know, with everything going on, it would be good to kind of take a few minutes and just update everyone what's happening. Um, so that was really all I wanted to talk about today. So thanks for watching and see you next week.